Hello everyone, it's Steve Lookner with Right Side Broadcasting coming to you with a news alert. There has been a power outage, a major power outage at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Disney World is in Florida. Disneyland is in California. There's a major power outage there. Guests are being escorted off the rides. The rides are not working, and we want to get you the latest updates on this story. Just coming out in the last few minutes. That's when I've heard about it. So we'll try to get you more details. Maybe it's been going on a little longer, but I just heard about it a few minutes ago. So we're going to try to get you the latest details here at Right Side Broadcasting on this story, and I want to make sure you can hear me. At Disneyland, sounds like you can hear me. Fantastic. So here is an article from, I think this is ABC7 in LA, ABC7. Disneyland power outage disrupts park attractions. They say that this power outage is in Fantasyland and Toontown. Fantasyland and Toontown. So check out this article here. It says a major power outage is affecting attractions in parts of Disneyland and Anaheim. A busy time for the park during the holiday season. Yeah, super busy. This is like winter vacation week. I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't one of the most busiest weeks of the year there at Disneyland. A Disneyland spokesman said power is down in Toontown and Fantasyland. Power is down in Toontown and Fantasyland. They added, the monorail is down. So the guests are being escorted off of about a dozen rides, including the popular monorail. So the monorail is not working. The monorail's not working. Toontown and Fantasyland, power is out. A park spokesperson issued a statement saying the outage stems from Disneyland's transformer. I wonder how long that takes to fix. I have no idea. We've determined that the issue is with a Disneyland Resort transformer, and our team is currently assessing and working to restore power, the statement read. Officials did not provide details on estimated restoration time. Now, I don't know, is the power, I guess, working in the rest of the park? Not sure. I'm going to get more details for you here soon. The outage happened as Disneyland was near capacity for the day, and here's an update from Disneyland today. They say the Disneyland, this was from 1:30. They said it's very busy there. Let's see if they posted anything more recently. No, the only update. So look, once again, another major company not updating their customers. So the last post from Disneyland today, the official in-park Twitter feed for Disneyland says, 2 hours ago, the Disneyland Resort is very busy today. Please check the Disneyland app for the latest wait times and schedules. Why is there nothing on the Disneyland Twitter page about this? I wonder if anybody posted in the comments about it. Yeah, so like this person, Tyson Down, says, what type of refunds accommodating are you doing for those that are here with half the rides down? Yeah, what if you bought an expensive ticket today and you go there and a lot of the rides are down? Tyson Downs also said 21 rides are currently down. Andrew, these are responses to the Disneyland Today's last tweet, which has nothing to do with the blackout, but people, I guess, are angry about it. Andrew, is it Nago? I don't know how he pronounces his last name. I apologize for that. Says, they don't have any signs up saying the rides are closed. Tons of people flowing in right now, clueless that they can't ride because the power is out. Wow, and Tyson Downs also says, and this is what it is like trying to walk anywhere. Let's see here. Tyson Downs also posted, how long will the power be out? So people are posting on Disney's Twitter page because Disneyland Today, the official Twitter page of Disneyland, look, it's the official Twitter page. They have nothing up about this. So people are just like, hey, we want information. And so they're replying to the last tweet, which had from 2 hours ago. CG Castillo says, a big chunk of the park is under a power outage. Pretty dumb that they haven't posted on this. I think that's pretty stupid. So Disneyland Today has not yet posted on the power outage yet. Let's see if we can find you more information, though. We're going to get you more information. Whether or not Disney posts you information on their Twitter feed, we're going to get you more information on this. Give me 1 second. By the way, if you hear more information about the Disney power outage, give me a shout at Lookner on Twitter. At Lookner on Twitter. Let me know what you're hearing about this. I can share it with our audience. Is mainstream media even covering this at all? Let's see. Albo Breaking News on Twitter was on it. They posted about it, but I haven't seen mainstream media post about it. Give me one more second. Let me check something else out here. This is a funny tweet by this person, Ryan Fonseca, and they said, please enjoy this ironic tweet from Disneyland earlier today before the power outage. And the Disneyland Today tweet from earlier today was, why not relax and join us for a vacation to a galaxy far, far away? What's the worst that could happen? Ooh, let's see if NBC LA has more information on this. This is the NBC LA article. Power outage hits parts of Disneyland. Some rides halted. There's a picture, I guess, of people. Now, it's the thing is, though, I can't tell. Is that how crowded like it normally would be on a really busy day, or is that just even more crowded because of the power outage? The power outages in Fantasyland and Mickey's Toontown. It was reported about 11 a.m., so that would be 2 p.m. Pacific. That would be about 2 hours ago. So the power outage was reported about 2 hours ago. No word that it has been taken care of yet. No reports of injuries. They say details about what caused it are unclear. The other article from ABC said it was a transformer at the Disney resort, one of the resorts, the resort area. I'm not sure, but that's what it said. Ooh, we got some tweets here. Visitors tweeted images of long lines at the park. Well, let's see. Oh, this is funny. When the ride breaks down. So this person posted this. It says when the ride breaks down. And they're just sitting on... Jeff Feinberg posted this. They're on It's a Small World, and they're just kind of sitting there. There you go. Hey, did they post anything else? Oh, I guess he was just on CNN. Sorry, I'm going to show this real quick. It says the power is out at Disneyland, and I'm stuck on an effing ride. Sorry about the language, but just to show you how angry some people are there. Again, that's this picture again of this guy, Jeff Feinberg, stuck on It's a Small World. So we got that there going on. Hang on, let me see what else we can get for you. This is somebody named Sarah Mansour. She posted... all of Toontown and parts of Fantasyland are affected by the outage. So these are photos, I guess, that she took there. That doesn't tell you that much. I mean, it's not like, again, I can't really tell. Are there more people hanging out than there would be? Sorry. Let me put it back smaller. Are there more people than there would be in that area if there weren't? It's sort of hard to take a picture of the outage outside during the day. But hey, she posted some photos, so I'll give her credit for that. And she also said, how's Disneyland going to have a power outage the day we paid $124 for peak day tickets? So I'm wondering if Disneyland will refund people's money who bought tickets today. Okay, let's try to get you more information. We are covering, it's a power outage at Disneyland. It's been going on for 2 hours. It's affecting Fantasyland and Mickey's Toontown. A number of rides are closed. People have been escorted off of the rides who were on the rides when they stopped working. This is Right Side Broadcasting. We are covering this live. If you like our coverage, please consider donating because we are a viewer-supported network. We rely on your donations to stay on the air. So if you'd like to donate and support Right Side Broadcasting, you can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a little $sign at the bottom of the chat. You can click on that. Or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Your donations keep us on the air. And thank you, Barbara Braley, for moderating in the chat room right now. We appreciate it. Barbara's keeping things under control there. Let me know if you guys hear anything new on this story so I can share it with our audience. James Garber says Fox News has not mentioned the outage at all. Yeah, thanks, James, for reminding me. I wanted to check and see if mainstream media was covering this, the news channels. A lot of times they're a little bit slow on some things. Hang on. You might hear some TV sound in a second before I turn it down. Okay. CNN is not covering it as far as I can see. And let me turn it to MSNBC. MSNBC is in commercial. Anyway, I don't see it being covered at the moment, but I'll do another check. All right. Hang on a second here. Want to get more information? Grohixil says alligators. You think alligators caused it? That's not. They said a transformer caused it. So, all right. Let's try to find more information here. Christine Daly made a donation, said, thanks for always bringing the live coverage. Thank you, Christine, for the donation. Your donations are what allow us to bring this live coverage, so thank you. So the Disneyland Today account, the Twitter account, the official account of Disneyland, still has nothing up about this. That's amazing. I'm going to tweet about that right now. Excuse me while I tweet. You can watch me tweet. Disneyland power outage has been going on for 2 hours, but official Disneyland Twitter account at Disneyland Today has still posted nothing about it. That's pretty bad. Dumb. I'll say it's dumb when a company like that. You saw how mad I got during the Atlanta airport outage when they were hardly posting anything on Twitter. Just post something on your Twitter. There's no one in the office at Disney who can just post, literally take 30 seconds and say, hey, we're sorry about the outage. We're working on it. And then people get really angry and they start posting in the comments section. We saw some of those tweets before. I don't know if there are any more here. 21 rides currently down. What kind of refunds are we going to get? They don't have any signs up saying the rides are closed. Ooh, I wonder if there are more posts here. Oh, look. So somebody says, Melissa Masters says, why is the monorail and train shut down? So she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know there's a blackout. This is somebody who's at the park right now. She posted this 25 minutes ago. She doesn't know there's a blackout. She should watch Right Side Broadcasting. But she doesn't know there's a blackout, and they're not even posting on their Twitter. She's posting on their Twitter to find out why the monorail is down, and they haven't even posted on their Twitter anything. So not great communication by Disney about this to their guests. Wait, this is crazy. Is this real? All right, they just posted this. Disney just posted this 1 minute ago, nothing about the blackout. They said Disneyland Park is currently only accepting guests for re-entry at this time. Disney California Adventure Park remains available for your enjoyment. Updates to follow. That's amazing. They just, and this person, Tyler, at the bottom says, turn the power back on. See, at the bottom says, turn the power back on. I got to retweet this. Sorry. Disneyland Twitter just posted for the first time in 2 hours and nothing about the power outage. That's amazing. They just posted this. It's the official Disneyland account. They just posted it and literally nothing about the power outage. And as you can see, again, Tyler replied, turn the power back on. Wow. We got a donation from Miss Rob Mob. Thank you, Miss Rob Mob. She says, I appreciate all that you do, RSBN, keeping us up to date with breaking news. Thank you, Steve, RSBN, and mods. God bless you all. Thank you, Miss Rob Mob. Your donations keep us on the air. And thank you to Renee Ibar-Lucia made a donation and said, not cool to be a globetard. Get a globe-abortion ASAP. Thank you for the donation. All right, let's get back to this, try to get you more information. Disney has not posted anything on their Twitter. It's amazing. They just posted a tweet 2 minutes ago. This was literally posted 2 minutes ago by Disneyland Today. After not posting anything since the power outage started. And this tweet has nothing, it says nothing about the power outage. It's amazing. Let's see, what else? What else can we get you here? Hey, if you hear more about this, if you're seeing stuff on social media, give me a shout on Twitter, @Lookner, @Lookner. Let me know what you're hearing. I can share it with the audience. Maybe somebody in the park is watching this stream right now. We can help them out by sharing some information with them. MAGA Big League 2018 says, wow, California is in worse shape than I thought it was. Cal exit is going to go real well. Billy Harris says, does this Disneyland power outage have anything to do with the Atlanta airport outage? Was it the same group? I think you mean, is it the same electric company? I would assume it's different electric utilities since it's in one's in California and one's in Georgia. I would just assume that. I can't confirm that, but let's see. James Garber sent me a tweet that was sent out by somebody, and I want to show it to you. Hang on a second. This is somebody named Casey Drescher who posted, and it says, I'm at Disneyland, and I just confirmed with a cast member that power to Fantasyland and Big Thunder Railroad is out. Official says a part of Anaheim is affected. That's interesting. So is some of Anaheim affected too? Now, in addition to this, we've heard the monorail is out, and there's power is out, at least in some of Mickey's Toontown. So Fantasyland, Toontown. Is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, is Big Thunder Railroad in Fantasyland? Big Thunder Railroad, Disneyland. Let's see. I'm going to the Wikipedia page and seeing Frontierland. That's interesting. So this would be different. This is a report that says Big Thunder Railroad is out. Big Thunder Railroad is in Frontierland. So far we had heard it was affecting the monorail, Toontown, and Fantasyland. This is the first report we have that this power outage is affecting Frontierland because that's where Big Thunder Railroad is. Let's see here. I had posted that the Disneyland Twitter hasn't posted anything about this power outage, and Tiggy writes in, of course not. Bet they don't have anyone telling you anything at the park either. Let me get to some more of your comments. If you have comments, if you see stuff on social media, give me a shout, @Lookner on Twitter, @Lookner on Twitter. Kev McKevinface says, I'm sure they have dedicated generators to power the ATMs at least, LOL. So we are covering this power outage at Disneyland. Just to give you a brief recap, it's been going on for about over 2 hours now. It was reported at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific. So it's been going on for over 2 hours. It's affecting the monorail, Fantasyland, Toontown, and at least one ride in Frontierland, Big Thunder Railroad, according to a report we saw on social media. Disney has posted nothing about this on their Twitter. There was an article that I'll show you here. I'll just show you it briefly again. We saw it before from ABC7 in LA, where it says a park spokesperson issued a statement saying the outage stems from Disneyland's transformer. Quote, we've determined that the issue is with a Disneyland Resort transformer, and our team is currently assessing and working to restore power. They have no idea when this is going to be restored, as far as I've heard so far. Are the people going to get refunds who are there? Don't know. I got to go back to that Disney account. I want to have that. Disneyland Today. Yep, if you go to Disneyland Today, again, this is the official account, all you get from the last 2 hours is a post from 7 minutes ago that says they're only accepting guests for re-entry at this time. Nothing about the outage. You know, you'd think they'd at least say, hey, if you're thinking of coming to the park, you might want to know that that these areas don't have power right now. Also, if you're in the park, we're really sorry about the outage. Here's some information. They don't say anything. Nothing. This is the official account. The official Twitter account. Amazing. Okay, let's see if we can get more information. Albo Breaking News reported 16 minutes ago, Albo Breaking News, about a dozen rides evacuated. We saw a photo before from somebody who posted on social media. They got stuck on It's a Small World. Oh, look, new news. It looks like some power has been restored. A Disneyland spokesperson says that the majority of power has been restored to Toontown and Fantasyland. That's good news. So according to Albo Breaking News, the majority of power has been restored to Toontown and Fantasyland. I want to see if I can find some social media posts about that. So maybe they're getting the power back up there. I'm checking my social media here. Here we go. Victoria sent me this. Thank you, Victoria. She says, hang on, I'll show you guys this. Victoria sent me this. Disneyland app just updated their app for the first time in 2 hours to show the closures. Really goes to show they're on top of communications. I'm going to retweet you, Victoria, for that. So Victoria sent us this, and she says that they had just updated their app for the first time in 2 hours to show the ride closures due to the blackout. Whoa, what's this? Daniel Klauser says, rollback, this is a result of the power outage. Now, is that... That's not Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It looks like that is some ride that maybe has come to a stop, or at least had come to a stop a few minutes ago, if this is a legitimate picture. I'm going to assume it is for now. I can't confirm that. So, I don't know exactly what that would be, though. I don't believe that's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I don't think the cars look like that. I guess in that picture, though, I think there's like maybe nobody. Is there nobody on the ride? Now, maybe the people, the ride stopped and people, they evacuated it or something. NBC7 San Diego posted this video saying it's a busy holiday season. It's a busy holiday season day at Disneyland, and a power outage has forced multiple rides like Fantasyland's not a ride, NBC, and Mickey's Toontown is not a ride to shut down. But I guess, see, this doesn't have context. I don't know if this is like is this due to the blackout, those crowds, or is that just like the normal crowd for a busy day like today? Anyways. Ooh, Twitter Moments we have a Twitter moment. Let's check this out. Some guests were stranded on attractions. What's the Twitter moment about Disneyland? Let's see. Okay, that's nothing new. That's nothing new. Ryan Parker posted a half an hour ago, park officials tell me they are working as fast as they can to restore power, no ETA. But Albo Breaking News posted a couple minutes ago. Hang on a second. I'll get that up on the screen for you. Albo Breaking News posted, where is it, Albo Breaking News? You had it up here. A Disneyland spokesperson says the majority of power has been restored to Toontown and Fantasyland. So that's according to Albo Breaking News. So maybe they're taking care of this right now. Let's see what else we got on the Twitter Moments. It's so funny. On the Twitter Moments about the power outage, they post the last post posted by the Disneyland account, As if it had something to do with the power outage, but it doesn't. That has nothing to do with the power outage, as I've been mentioning. But they posted it. I guess they were like, well, Disneyland today just posted something, so it must have something to do with the power outage. But it has nothing to do with the power outage. Twitter moments. Why are you posting that on the Twitter moment for this event? It has nothing to do with it. We saw this post before by Sarah Mansour saying, how's Disneyland going to have a power outage the day we paid $124 for peak day tickets? Oh, here's a new one. Dana Boyd said, got stuck for 30 minutes with 3 small kids on It's a Small World at Disneyland when the power went out. Wow, for 30 minutes. Backup generator turned on, letting one speaker turn on. Darn song is really stuck and kids can't stop singing it. Wow, that seems like a long time to be stuck on a ride. 30 minutes? I would think that, I mean, maybe a lot of rides stopped at once, but I would like to think that they have a way of getting people off quicker than 30 minutes if the power stops. I mean, they would have to have some kind of contingency plan for a power blackout. But she said she was on the ride for 30 minutes sitting there. Seems like a long time. So you're watching Right Side Broadcasting's continuing coverage of the power outage that's hit Disneyland today. We are viewer supported, so if you like our coverage, please consider making a donation. Your donations are what keeps us on the air and allow us to cover this. I don't think mainstream media is really covering this right now, but we've been covering it. So if you like the coverage and you want us to stay on the air and do more coverage like this, go to the bottom of the YouTube chat, click on the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a little dollar symbol there you can click on. Or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Thank you so much again to our moderators. I think Barbara Braley. Oh, Jazz Punk is there now. Cool. And Barbara Braley has been moderating too. Thank you guys for moderating the chat room. And don't forget, subscribe to us on Right Side Broadcasting on YouTube and click the notifications bell so you get notified whenever we do a breaking news video like this. We do these all the time. And if you have information, updated social media posts, or any more information about the blackout power outage, give me a shout at Lookner. Hey, if you might be watching this at the park, if on your phone, if so, give me a shout. Let me know what you're seeing there. At Lookner on Twitter. Let me know and I can share it with our audience. Misdiagnosed posted this. It says, mob of angry people since the power off in half of the park. Can you imagine? Like, you know, it's such a busy day, and I'm sure the lines are long anyway. But when like half the park has the power go out, and then what if you were like waiting for a ride in Fantasyland, and you've been waiting for like an hour, and you were about to get on the ride, and then the power went out, or you were stuck on the ride. Holly, yes, my birthday is this month, Schultz posted, I legit feel bad for anyone at Disneyland right now. Power outage at the happiest place on earth can't make for a fun holiday vacation. My heart goes out to their cast members too for working in it. And here is this update from 10 News. A Disneyland spokesperson said the majority of power has been restored to areas in Toonland and Fantasyland. I don't know if does that mean there are parts of Toonland and Fantasyland that aren't working still? Is the monorail still not working? Is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Frontierland still not working? We don't know. Fixie Clary made a donation. Thanks, Fixie Clary. Fixie Clary said, great coverage. As usual, you're well ahead of the curve. Thank you, Fixie Clary, for supporting Right Side. Okay, I'm going to check my messages. Victoria says, major attractions like Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Star Tours, etc. The wait time is now 120 minutes plus. #yikes. So Victoria, I don't know if she's at the park or at home looking at the app, but she says the wait times now are 120 minutes for rides like Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, and Star Tours. I'm guessing if those were rides that weren't affected by the power outage, maybe you got a lot of people from like Fantasyland and Toontown who were like, well, we can't go on rides here. Let's check out some other rides. And everybody was going to the same rides. So I wouldn't be surprised. What is this? I Stand With Trump sent me a tweet. I'm going to show it to you. Let's see what this tweet is. Where did it go? I Stand With Trump. This is Orange County Register. The paper Orange County Register has a site that a Twitter handle OC Disney, which I guess they cover news about Anaheim and Disney. And they say, "Are you affected by the power outage at Disneyland today? Message me. I'd like to talk to you." So let me see what some of the people posted in reply. Major Havoc said, Yes, so many people whining that they are slightly inconvenienced while spending the day at the happiest place on earth. That commentary will be meaningful and world-changing. Well, I can see if somebody paid a lot of money to have their family travel there and were there today and spent like, $500 on 4 tickets for their family and then had to wait for 2 hours while the power was out. They could be annoyed by that. Ooh, I didn't mean to get rid of that. This is interesting. John Hampton says, stuck in a 2-hour line to talk to customer relations. I guess that person's at the park. Desert Logistics wrote, I couldn't buy a turkey leg. Back to the Grand Hotel, crash the pool and have margaritas. No worries. Hey, if you like this coverage, subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notifications bell so you get notified about our breaking news videos. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting. Hello to everybody watching us on Facebook as well as YouTube. And also follow us on Twitter at RSB Network. You can follow me on Twitter at Lookner. I post about breaking news all the time, even when I'm not on the air. So if you like breaking news, follow me on Twitter at Lookner. I am catching up on some of the messages you guys have been sending me. Somebody wrote they couldn't see my tweet about Disneyland not posting for the last couple hours, or posting for the first time in 2 hours and having it not be about the park. Let's see. Yeah, it's up there. It's on my feed. Twitter's working fine. Loneliest Mom gave me that. Loneliest Mom. It's on my feed. David Opp said, it's a good thing it didn't happen at night. I can't believe I'm looking at the bright side. That is out of character for me. And just interesting, we saw that one report from somebody, I can't confirm it, but somebody on social media said I was trapped with my 3 kids in It's a Small World for a half an hour before they came and got us. That seems like a long time. And if it was at night, was it dark where she was trapped? But I could imagine if this happened at night, you'd have like people in rides. Now maybe they have emergency power in some of the rides, like a little lighting there. I can't be sure, but would it go completely dark at night if a blackout happened? So just wondering. Let's see here. What is this? John Houlihan, you sent me a webcam. Thank you. I can't show that, John. That's a YouTube stream, so I can't take one YouTube stream and show it on another YouTube stream, unfortunately, but thank you for sending that in. Miss Jensen writes, Monorail down, It's a Small World down, Toontown down, Frontierland down, Big Thunder Railroad down. Miss Jensen is saying she thinks all of Frontierland is or was down. Oh, and John Lacka sent me this. And again, now just to update you, a Disneyland spokesperson said the majority of power has been restored to Toontown and Fantasyland. So at this point, a lot of the rides that weren't working maybe are working now. I'm not sure. But let me show you this message that I was sent by viewer John Lacka. You know what, folks? Hey, folks, I just need, real quick, I'm going to restart the program. The program froze up, so I'm going to disappear for about 25 seconds. Okay, I apologize. Once in a while, the program feeds up. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You're going to see the picture either freeze or go to black for about 20 seconds, but I am coming back in 20 to 30 seconds. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to disappear right now for 20 or 30 seconds, but I'm coming back. So wait 20 or 30 seconds. I'll be right back, and we'll continue the coverage, and I'll show you more stuff. Hang on. I'm just doing this. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go away. Picture's going to freeze or go to black for like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, I think we are back now. I'll keep an eye on it. I apologize for the spinning circle, but I believe we are back in business. I'm going to confirm that in a second. And when I last left you, I was going to show you a tweet from, let's see here, one of our viewers. And this was, where is it here? One of our viewers sent me a message. I thought it was interesting. Oops. One of our viewers By the way, let me just post this in the. Sorry, I'm trying to find this one tweet. Where is it? Somebody sent me. No, that's not it. It was a nice message somebody sent me. Oh, by the way, Trump Movement 2 said, I just wanted to say thank you for keeping us up to date on what is happening. I found your channel a few months ago and appreciate it. Thank you, Trump Movement 2. Gosh, where is it? I'm so angry. Here it is. No, that's not it. Here it is. John Laka said this. Now, he sent me this a little while ago, so 16 minutes ago. So for all I know, all these rides are working now. But John Laka said, this is the Disney app, I guess, the Disneyland app. And he says, every attraction with a star does not have power. Crazy over here. So those were the attractions that, and you can see 150-minute wait. I guess it says, is that Big Thunder Mountain Railroad? Or I don't know what that, the railroad's on the lower left. I don't know what the ride is on the lower right. But anyways, you can see the wait time there is 150 minutes. But everything with the star reportedly was without power. But a lot of the power is back now. Although I don't know if the rides are working. You know, they might have the power restored, but the ride's not working yet. I don't know. So we're going to try to get you updates about that. Ooh, hang on one sec, guys. Real quick. So what happens is, unfortunately, I just have to real quick get the Facebook stream started again. We're broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook, and when we had that thing where I had to just restart my program here, the Facebook stream actually stops, so I just have to start it up again. So give me about 15 seconds. You can listen to me babble as I restart the Facebook stream. Okay, there's that, and then we'll get back to more updates about what's going on at Disneyland with this power outage. Okay, there's that. There's that. Okay, we should be good to go. Give me 5 more seconds so I can just start sending it to Facebook again. Wonderful. We are back up on Facebook. Okay, so I'm trying to find out if they said they restored power to a bunch of the park very recently, but I'm trying to find if the rides are still working yet. Oh, by the way, people on Facebook, there's a little bit of a technical issue here. I'm going to have to stop the Facebook stream right now. I apologize. So I apologize, people on Facebook, for this. We got most of this. You got to see most of the stream, but I can't. There's a bit of an issue here, a technical issue. I apologize. Next stream will be up for Facebook. So I'm killing the Facebook stream right now just so the YouTube stream doesn't die. I apologize for that. But watch us on YouTube at Right Side Broadcasting for the rest of this stream. All right. Andrew Sova says, if Disney doesn't speak of the outage, how did you get the info about this? Well, many news outlets reported on it, and people from the park were posting on social media. Thank you, JC, for sending me that article. I had shown that earlier. I appreciate it, though, JC. Let's see if anyone's posting updates from the last few minutes on this. Sorry, I'm just checking around to see if I can find anything, just really recent updates about this. I'm guessing a lot of the media is reporting about the power outage as if it's going on now, but we saw that a lot of power had been restored. But what I don't know is, has maybe the park has power, but are the rides still not running? Okay, so somebody named Christopher Yee posted this. He said, "This is Disneyland at capacity and with fewer rides open due to the blackout, at which people would usually be stuck waiting in line." So somebody named Sarah Mansour posted this and says, "Ever heard of overcrowding Disneyland?" So there's a picture that she posted. And there's another one. And there's another one coming up. Oh, that one. A lot of people. Somebody named Corey Simons posted this. "Hey, Disneyland Today, how do I go about receiving a refund for this mess of a situation at the park today? After being told 2 entire worlds were closed, the Pirates of the Caribbean ride has just broken after waiting in line for over an hour. Terrible experience." Wow, I got to retweet this. New. Unconfirmed report from Disneyland that Pirates of the Caribbean, sorry. I gotta check on the spelling of Caribbean. Yeah, that's right. So we have a report that was posted 11 minutes ago by this person, Corey Simons, and they claim, after being told 2 worlds were closed, the Pirates of the Caribbean ride has just broken down after waiting in line for over an hour. Terrible experience. Wow. If you have any more updates about what's going on at Disneyland, give me a shout at Lookner, at Lookner. We have an update from our viewer, Victoria. Victoria, are you at the park? It sounds like you're at the park, Victoria. I'm not sure if you are, but our viewer, Victoria, writes in and she says this. Many of the rides that were stated to be open are not, with Big Thunder Mountain being affected by the power outage as well. Only rides now working are It's a Small World and Roger Rabbit. All starred rides are closed. That is from our viewer, Victoria. Victoria, I'd love to know if are you at the park? Is that how you're getting this information? Or are you talking to somebody at the park? But thank you for the update. Steve K writes in, "For how long have we been told that the power grid is outdated and needed a major upgrade? Now Atlanta Airport and Disneyland, how very third world." So you're watching Right Side Broadcasting coverage of the ongoing power outage at Disneyland. We are covering it for you live. If you like that we're doing this coverage, please consider making a donation, because your donations are what keeps us on the air and allow us to do full coverage of stories like this, in addition to other, more usual stories about political news and stuff. You can donate by going to the bottom of the YouTube chat and clicking on the $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a little $sign there. And it really is, that's what keeps us on the air. We can't stay on the air without your support, without your donations. So please consider donating. You could also donate at rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Thanks to our moderators who've been moderating the chat room. Jazz Punk and Barbara Braley have been there today. And thank you, all of you. You guys have been sending me updates on Twitter. If you have any information about what's going on at the park right now, give me a shout at Lookner, at Lookner. Maybe you're there. Maybe you see something on social media. Give me a shout at Lookner on Twitter. I can share it with the audience. And subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notifications bell so you get notified about our breaking news broadcasts like this one. Nicholas, our viewer, writes, I'm sure Disney are trying to get most of the power back on. Hopefully this isn't a huge problem. Now, it has been going on for a couple hours. So it does seem like it is a pretty big problem for people who are at the park. But hopefully they can get it handled soon. Let me see if I can find more updates for you. We showed you this photo before, but I'll show you it again. If in case you didn't see it. This was G. Feinberg 17 posted this photo of being stuck at the It's a Small World ride during the ride. They were stuck on there when the blackout happened. And I guess from what we heard on social media, the music kept playing the whole time. And a woman said she was stuck in there for half an hour with her 3 kids. Has Disneyland posted about the outage yet? Let's see. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing from the Disneyland official account. I got a tweet about that. That's amazing. Still nothing on the official Disneyland Twitter account about the power outage. Nothing, literally nothing about the power outage on their Twitter account. There it is. Nothing posted. Their park, where people are at. That's what this is about. It's the official in-park Twitter feed. They're having a major power outage, which has shut down many rides, affecting thousands, probably tens of thousands of people there, if not hundreds of thousands. Maybe it's hundreds of thousands because it affects like the whole park. And yet no one can bother to post a single tweet on their Twitter feed, even just to say, sorry about the power outage, we're working on it. Nope, can't bother. No one can bother. Can't bother doing that. Why bother doing that? It's not like the people are your customers paying you money to come to your park or anything. Nope, we're not going to bother to spend 5 seconds to give you an update about what's going on at this park that you paid a lot to go to and now you can't use. I'm going to check to see if I can find anything new about this. What's this? Nope, that doesn't help me. I don't know if this is a real photo, but somebody named Ariel says, happiest place on earth, Disneyland power outage, and it's a shot of a merry-go-round not moving at all. I can't confirm that's actually from Disneyland, but maybe it is. Marcos posts, Disneyland, no electricity at Anaheim. Have family flown in from Philippines, Australia, and England, and day is wasted. Refund? Is this a Twitter? That's for Disneyland Resort. Now, maybe Disneyland Resort has something about it. No, nothing on Disneyland Resort. Disneyland Resort hasn't posted on their Twitter feed in 2 days. I got a post about this. Nothing on the official Disneyland Resort Twitter feed either. Oops, sorry. About the power outage. Last tweet was 2 days ago. So the Disneyland Resort page, the official one, at Disneyland, has nothing about the power outage, and their last post was on December 25th, 2 days ago. Oh, I forgot. I should. Here we go. I'll show you this in a second. That's what I'm tweeting out right now. So this is the Disneyland Resort. This is at Disneyland. You think this is going to be a place where people go when there's a power outage to find out what's going on? They have a pinned tweet from November 8th, and then their last tweet before that was warm wishes on December 25th. There are literally no posts. No posts. We're not going to post anything about it on our Twitter feeds. Nothing. Nothing on at Disneyland about the Disneyland power outage. Amazing. It's Just Me says if they told people on their Twitter about the power outage, they'd lose money. How, though? They've already admitted, we've seen news stories, they've already admitted to major news organizations they are having a power outage. So they wouldn't be admitting anything they hadn't already admitted. So I don't see how would they lose more money. Super Sorcerer says, Super Sorcerer replied to me in Disneyland Today and said, not a word? Because Disneyland Today, the official Twitter feed of the park, has nothing about the power outage. And we have that report from a few minutes ago from Albo Breaking News, and they posted that that some of that much of the power in Toontown and Fantasyland had been restored, but I'm trying to find some confirmation of that and see whether the rides are actually working again in those areas, and I haven't gotten that confirmation yet. Now, I will say this. So Super Sorcerer told me that Disneyland Today is posting replies to people on their Twitter account. So they are posting replies. Let's go check out some of their replies. Let's go look at that. But no message on their actual Twitter feed. Nothing. No. But they're not. Is there anything about the power outage? This is not about the power outage. That reply is not about the power outage. Oh, the Fast Pass system has been down all day too. KGP says all of Fantasyland and the Fast Pass system. I think that's a special system where you can, isn't that a system where you can like bypass the lines of the rides? I'm looking this up right now. Fast Pass is spend less time waiting in lines. So the Fast Pass system has been down all day. Our 3-year-old is pissed. First and last trip to Disneyland. Hi, can you please direct message us for further information? So they don't acknowledge the blackout in that tweet either. Where can we eat during the power outage? Hi, we suggest Tomorrowland, Main Street, USA, or Adventureland. Downtown Disney also has many great lunch options. So nothing about, they don't mention the power outage by name. They're not saying sorry about the power outage in these replies. Oh, here's one from 58 minutes ago. They actually admitted in a reply to this one person. So, This is a statement from Disneyland Today an hour ago in a private reply, not publicly on their page. They say Toontown and Fantasyland. Power outage near Toontown and Fantasyland. I finally found a Disneyland tweet about the outage. But it's a reply to a single customer hidden in their replies feed. Oops. Why not just post this on their main page and on their main feed? Why would they just not see how they say we've experienced a power outage near Toontown in Fantasyland. We're working diligently to restore power. Why didn't they just post this on their main page? That makes no sense. Look, no one's seen this. I think it has like 1 like or something. Look, it has 3 likes. No one's seen this because it's in their replies section. Stupid. All right. This is fantastic. I'm going to retweet this. Jennifer Norton says they haven't even told anyone in the park what's going on. Just random cast members will say it might be back on tonight. Sounds like Jennifer Norton's in the park. She says they haven't even told anyone in the park what's going on. They're not making announcements or anything? Amazing. Chris Havid says, are any of the mainstream media channels covering any of this? I have not. When I last checked, I did not see mainstream media covering this. I'll do a quick check. MSNBC is not covering it right now. Maybe they said something about it before. CNN is not covering it right now. Maybe they said something about it before. Oops, hang on. I'll check the other one. Fox is not covering it right now. Maybe they said something before. So nobody's covering it at the moment. They probably didn't cover it much if they covered it at all. Just catching up on the messages you sent me. If you have updates about what's going on at Disneyland. So there seems to be some conflicting information here about what's going on there. We've seen some reports that say much of the power has been turned back on, but I haven't heard from anybody in the park say that. And I've seen some people writing to me saying, no, a bunch of the rides are still off. So trying to get a better handle on what's actually going on there right now. If you know anything, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. Roxanne Harrington says the Atlanta airport, now Disneyland, is North Korea or some country hacking us. Well, the Atlanta airport thing seemed like it was just a fire that caused it. It wasn't a hack or anything. So they said it was a fire that caused it. So I have no information that these things are connected. Just looking over to try to get you more recent updates about this. I'd really just like to know, are the rides working again or not? Here's somebody who posted named XOXO, and they said, update, power went out at Disneyland. Therefore, my parents and family are on their way back home. LOL. Guess they're going to have to make a second trip tomorrow. I wonder if they'll get in tomorrow, because if people left the park today and are like, well, it wasn't good today because it was a blackout, so we're going to go tomorrow, that's in addition to all the people who would normally go tomorrow. So, they fill up at Disneyland. They can be at capacity and stop letting guests in. I think they did that today. They said only re-entry was allowed because they got to capacity. So they'll probably get to capacity even earlier tomorrow, I would think. So nothing yet. No firm word on whether the rides, the monorail is going yet, whether Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is going yet, whether Fantasyland and Toontown, those rides are going yet. We don't know right now. So we're just trying to get you more updates on that. But I can't find anything right at the moment. Oh. Well, I don't know if this has anything to do with Photo Man sent me this, but this seems to not have anything to do with the blackout. It just says Disneyland giving this flyer to people in the parking structure of the park. It says they have temporarily closed admission to guests with pre-purchased tickets into Disneyland. Re-entry guests are being admitted. California Adventure is still open. Now I don't know if they're just doing this because I could see them doing this because it gets too crowded. So they say at this time it's become necessary to temporarily stop admitting guests with pre-purchased tickets into Disneyland's park. Annual pass holders who are not blocked out may still enter Disneyland Park. This may change about the day. So maybe this might be because of the power outage that they did this. Although I could see them doing this also if it gets too crowded in there. So I guess they've been giving out this flyer at the park, but it doesn't say anything about the power outage. They've been giving out the flyer at the parking structure at the park. John Zucchelli posted that. Thank you, PhotoMan820, for sending that in. I Stand with Trump sent me this. This was a post from somebody named Yashar. It says, Disneyland, we paid $744 just for tickets, still in line for first ride, and now we're told most are experiencing power outage. Cousins from Sweden and Australia are getting a bad experience, and your employees are being super rude around Walt Disney statue. It says from Anaheim, California. That's where it was posted from. I don't know if you can fake that. Can you fake where it's posted from? Isn't that done based on your phone? So I assume this person's is at the park. That was only 5 minutes ago. Somebody named David Maxey says, the rides are not up. They seem to be back at first, but they shut off once they let people off. So must have been a temporary backup system or something. Interesting. So David Maxey is claiming the rides are not back working again. That would make this about a 3-hour outage there in terms of the rides not working. Let's see. So the official park Twitter has still not posted anything officially about the blackout. Now let me see if people are replying to them. Tyler says turn the power back on. Andre says, I demand a refund. John Hampton says, how about a refund? Wes says, you all can buy my childhood, but you can't pay your power bill. Who knows writes in, people are waiting 3 hours. No thanks. So that is at the Indiana Jones Adventure or Tarzan's Treehouse. There's a 180-minute wait. What else here? Any refunds? Are you giving refunds today? They haven't even posted anything yet. A lot of customers are probably like, we see customers asking online, hey, are you going to give us a refund for this? And they haven't posted anything on their Twitter. You think they post something saying, hey, if you have a question about refunds, here's what we can tell you. Nothing on their Twitter about it at all. The theme park social says, what about power? This is a question. James Rojas says the question I was saying, which is, are they not letting new people in due to the power outage or capacity? They say, is this due to power? James Rojas says, is this due to power outage or capacity? And nobody official has applied to James Rojas yet. Mike C. wrote in, did you check to see if someone unplugged the extension cord behind the Matterhorn? Let's see what people are posting at Disneyland. At the Disneyland Resort, are they angrily posting there as well? At Disneyland Resort still has nothing out about the power outage. Sometimes people will reply to the last tweet though, so let me see if anybody's replying to these tweets. No one's replying. Nothing there. Anything here? No. How about in their tweets and replies section? Nothing. They haven't even replied to anyone, the Disneyland Resort at Disneyland, about the power outage. If you're hearing anything about this, give me a shout on Twitter, @Lookner. We're really trying to figure out, is the outage basically over or not? Are the rides working again or not? I cannot find that information for you, whether the rides are working at Disneyland right now. And they have not posted it anywhere. So if you're at the park, you probably are wondering if the rides are working right now, if you're not in that area. Gosh, you'd think it'd be easier to find out if the rides were working at Disneyland. See, now this person, I can't tell if they're at the park or not. Somebody named Cindy Conry says the power is totally out at Disneyland right now, but I don't know, is she just watching this at home on TV, or did she read an article about it, or is she actually there? Here's somebody writing to the official Disneyland account. How will this work if we have dinner reservations later at Disneyland and haven't been able to get into the park yet? That's from A. Martinez. Sarah Mansour writes, yes, family visiting from Canada. We've been in line for 2 hours to try and get a refund, but from what I've been hearing, nothing seems to have changed. So people very confused at the park right now. We're hearing from a lot of confused people at the park. You're watching Right Side Broadcasting's continuing live coverage of the power outage at Disneyland, which for all we know is still going on in several areas of the park. We are covering it live. We heard the monorail was affected, Fantasyland, Toontown, Big Thunder Railroad, that's in Frontierland. Heard a report some power might have been turned back on. Can't confirm that yet. So we'll just keep updating you until we get more information about this. If you like our broadcast, well, subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell so you get notified when we're doing these broadcasts. But also, we are viewer supported. Your donations are what keeps us on the air. So if you like that we're covering this, please consider making a donation. Even small donations really help us out because that's how we pay our bills. You can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a square $sign that you can click on there. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Thank you so much to Jazz Punk and Barbara Braley for moderating the chat room today during this broadcast. And if you have updates, maybe you're at the park or you see something on social media to let us know what's going on right now at Disneyland, write to me on Twitter. I'm at Lookner, at Lookner. You can follow me there too if you like breaking news. I post about breaking news all the time. What is this? Here's some people from CBS Philly. They posted some tweets about this that I'll show you. So somebody named Patrick Woolcock, this is 3 hours ago, Patrick Woolcock said, "Why is the monorail not moving?" And Disneyland wrote back, "We've experienced a power dip that has resulted in the monorail temporarily stopping. The attraction will resume operations shortly." I'm going to say this tweet didn't age well. I got to get this tweet. How do I get this tweet? Because 3 hours ago, they said, "We've experienced a power dip and the attraction will resume operations shortly." So I'm going to say, this tweet didn't age well. It's been longer than shortly, and it wasn't just a power dip. All right, hang on. Let me show you more of the tweets here. Derek, here we go. Derek R. Klepper said, "We came to Disneyland today from Pennsylvania. Worst experience ever. Rides are broken. Rude employees. Park is packed. Hate this." Juveria Kanadla said, "Nonsensical time spent at Disneyland. There is a power outage and there is no refund either. $1,100 down the drain." And Sarah Mansour said, "How's Disneyland going to have a power outage the day we paid $124 for peak day tickets?" Still trying to figure out if the rides are back up. I don't know this. I'm just searching some different sources here. Our viewer FNFFF said, "Their new game plan is less visitors, more money. Last 2 times I was there, Pirates of the Caribbean was delayed May and October of 2016. Thanks, I stand with Trump, who tweeted out, "If you're in or at Disneyland, but you left out the Y, so no one's going to see your tweet." I stand with Trump. I think you accidentally left out the Y in Disneyland. But thanks for tweeting it out anyway. He was saying, message Lookner if you have information. Oh, Tiggy sent me this. It says, Parades, etc. going on at park. People posting from Snapchat. So our viewer Tiggy sent me this. So apparently, well, some stuff is still going on at the park. The whole park is not under a blackout. We're trying to figure out if those areas that were blacked out before have the power back up and the rides are going again. Babaru says, at Lookner, is there a Disneyland app? Yes, there is. People have been sending it to me today. I should see if I can download it on my phone. That'd be nice. Let me check. Here's one. Ooh, I'm going to install the Disneyland app right now as we speak. That's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Because I'm lazy? I don't think I'm that lazy. It's the Disneyland app is installing. Hang on, guys. It's still installing. Hold on a second. Open. The Disneyland app is opening. Oh, this is great. I can see the wait times in real time. All right, so people were sending me this before. Get started. Dismiss. Where's wait times? Oh, I got to log in. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, I'm seeing some wait times here. Oh, all these are temporarily closed. This is amazing. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. Let's see here. There's a lot of rides that are closed. King Arthur Carousel temporarily closed. Dumbo the Flying Elephant temporarily closed. I don't know if they're closed because of the blackout. Where's Fantasyland? Where is it? There it is. There it is. Here's Fantasyland. Okay. Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough. Well, that doesn't say closed. Peter Pan's Flight in Fantasyland, temporarily closed. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, temporarily closed. Dumbo the Flying Elephant, temporarily closed. King Arthur Carousel, temporarily closed. Pinocchio's Daring Journey, temporarily closed. Snow White Scary Adventures, temporarily closed. Sleeping Beauty. So these are all in Fantasyland, and everything here with the star on it is temporarily closed. All those rides are closed, I think, due to the blackout. And they're still closed. I'm looking at the app right now. There is, on the Matterhorn, there's a 90-minute wait, which is much less than before. I don't know if that's the usual wait. What else is closed? Space Mountain is temporarily closed. Space Mountain is temporarily closed. Is that due to the blackout? I'm not sure, but Space Mountain is temporarily closed right now. Alice in Wonderland, temporarily closed. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, still temporarily closed. So a lot of these rides are still closed. Indiana Jones Adventure, 110 minutes wait. I don't know if that's the usual or more because of the blackout. Red Car Trolley is temporarily closed. Amazing. Does this have the monorail on it on the app? Soarin' Around the World, Disney California Adventure Park, 190-minute wait. Is that because people are trying to leave? Anyways, if you want to get this up-to-date information, you can go to the Disney app, which I downloaded, the Disneyland app, and you can read about what's closed and what the wait times are. Pretty crazy. Okay. That was fun. We did that. Good suggestion. All right, let's see if I have any new updates for you. You just heard about a lot of the rides are still closed. Bonnie Vent says webcams not running and no news helicopters overhead. A car chase gets more coverage. So Bonnie is very not happy with the lack of coverage this is getting. Victoria says friends at Disneyland on Snapchat have videos of hordes of people moving out of Fantasyland because apparently everything is closed there. We just looked up on the app, Victoria, and like you were saying before, a lot of the rides seem to be closed in Fantasyland. B. Richards sent me a tweet that somebody posted that I want to show you. This is from Milpitas Niner Guy. Had to leave Disneyland. It was so full it didn't feel safe. Had to take kids and leave. Hope we can get a refund. All rides 2+ hour waits. I'm going to retweet this. Big crowds. He says so full it didn't feel safe. Thank you for sending that, B. Richards, letting me know about that. Ricky Aiken says maybe something to do with the earthquake this morning. But I'd heard there might have been a small earthquake near San Francisco, but was it near Anaheim? Hang on a second. I'm finding this out. So the earthquakes this morning were... Yeah, I think these were more in Northern California, the earthquakes, or Central California, like by the Bay Area, not near Southern California, which would be further south. So I have no information that the earthquakes would have had anything to do with this. But I can't confirm that with you. Billy D says RSBN always scoops the lamestream media. Well, we're covering this. I don't know if they've been covering this, but a lot of the rides still aren't working. I just was on the app and saw that myself. Okay, just seeing if I can get you some more updates here. Nothing. Still no posts on the official Disneyland Twitter. Nothing about the blackout. Nothing. They say an hour ago they said we're only accepting guests for re-entry at this time, but they don't say anything about the blackout or the power outage there. Just crazy. Is there anything else here? Gosh, so little information. I bet people at the park are so angry because they can't find, it's not easy to find information about this. We've been seeing reports about this that people are writing in like they're not telling us much at the park. There's certainly not much on the Disney social media about this. So if you're at the park and you're looking for information, it doesn't seem like it's very easy to come by. Ricky Aiken says maybe they forgot to pay their electric bill. I heard a report it had something to do with a transformer there. Jeff Leopard says the power outage at Disneyland is putting Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck in a bad mood. They yelled at me. All right. Well, we don't really have much more information about this. I think at this point, it's just going to be waiting to see when the stuff comes back on. So I really have no more information for you right now. And I think at this point, we're going to wrap up this stream. We've been covering it as much as we can. And hopefully it'll get better soon. I'll post on my Twitter. If I find any updates about this, I will post on my Twitter account @Lookner. So follow me on Twitter @Lookner for updates. I'll post what I can find out later, and I'll post about other breaking news. So follow me on Twitter @Lookner, and I'll post about this. If there's huge news about it, we can always come back on and do another live stream. Appreciate you all watching. Thanks to those of you who donated. We are viewer supported. It's your donations that keep us on the air. So if you like the broadcast, please consider making a donation. You can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the $sign. We often say if everybody who watched our broadcasts contributed $1, we never have to ask for donations again. So we really appreciate your support. And if you want to, go to the bottom of the YouTube chat, click on the $sign to make a donation that way, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Thanks so much to everybody who wrote in and shared news tips with me and information from the park and posts and everything. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the moderators. We had Barbara Brayley and Jazz Punk moderating in the chat room. Thank you. And what else? Thanks, everybody, for watching on Facebook and YouTube. Unfortunately, we had to end the Facebook stream a little early due to a technical issue, but we'll not have to do that next time, hopefully. Thank you, people in the chat room, for saying thanks. Teresa, Margitalica, Light Switch, Greg Parker, Dottie, Grumpy. Dan the Man said he liked. We did a late night live stream about the Chrissy Teigen airplane flight that had to turn around after 4 hours. If you haven't watched that, you can go to our YouTube page, Right Side Broadcasting, and watch that. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notifications bell when you subscribe, so you get notified about when we're coming on the air. Follow us on Facebook, Right Side Broadcasting. On Twitter, we are at RSB Network. Thank you, Elysia. Thank you, B. Doc. Thank you, Barry H. Thank you. Other people saying thank you. Chrissy Elaine, thanks. Tiggy. Trump Movement 2. Hackalodian. Justin Fats. Miss Rob Mob. And everybody else in the chat room. Thank you guys for watching. All right, that's going to wrap up the stream for now. Thank you for joining us. Hope we've been able to bring you some information that you didn't have about this Disney. We did the best we can to get you all the information we could about this Disneyland blackout. Seems like it's still affecting the park. But again, if I hear anything big, I'll post it on Twitter and at @Lookner. But for now, hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your evening. If you're at the park, I'm sorry this has happened to you. I hope they give you a refund. But for now, I am Steve Lookner with Right Side Broadcasting. Thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you soon here at Right Side Broadcasting.